And that's
You
what
know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you about that. This 2024 election has been one of the wildest, craziest things I've seen. I was telling my kids, I'm like, y'all are coming up in an era to where this is unprecedented as far as what's going on.
Yeah.
Where a president drops out, an assassination attempt. I haven't seen one since the 80s.
Right. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Give me your take on this 2024 presidential election race. Give me your take on Trump's assassination attempt, Biden succumbing to his age and he got COVID.
Yeah.
And now Kamala Harris, is now Biden's choice and also Obama and Michelle's choice. And she's going to win possibly the Democratic National Convention of the person who's going to go against Trump. Give me a take on it.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Yeah,
politics is something special. You know what I'm saying? They could go all
They say
kind
don't
of
mix
ways.
religion and politics at work.
Yeah, you can't do that. Right. But now I'm gonna say this, man. Thank God that we have a right to vote. Let's just say that. And if you have a right to vote because of the shoulders of our ancestors, especially as Black Americans, we have the right to vote. So if you have the right to exercise that right to vote, then go vote. You know what I'm saying? If you don't vote, we understand that too. I have a problem with people that say, you got the right to vote. Your ancestors fought for this. You won't vote. Because it was at one point I didn't vote. I'm just going to be real with you.
Why didn't you vote?
I didn't because I'm just not going to adopt the thought process of my ancestors over maybe 50 to 100 years ago when we was able to vote, or we started to vote, to where a lot of them voted a certain party. I'm just gonna say that. Well, nowadays I say if anyone's gonna vote for Miss Harris or Mr. Trump, then from even a city level, state level, look at the officials and vote from that perspective, as well as a national level, to understand the policies and the procedures that they put in place when it comes to government and law. You know what I'm saying? And look at what they believe in, what they're trying to structure within those perimeters, and then cast your vote upon that versus a color or a person or that or this. Because really, whoever wins the election, I really believe they truly just the face of the country at the end of the day.
So you ready for a Black woman president?
I mean, we was ready for Barack. President Barack, we got him. Yeah. So you can't win a race if you don't get in it. So she has a chance to win. I'm gonna say that. But my thing is this, man, is beyond color. I think we've evolved. And like I said, look at more of the procedures and the policy versus who you don't like, dislike, what you believe they are, what you don't believe they are. But get your own concept to where your vote count because you understand your vote versus I'm just going to vote because I don't like that person or I do like that person, but now understand that person, what they putting into play, into politics, into the law. And then that's what you vote on. And some would say from the church perspective, the lesser evil. Now, I don't know what that means.
So let me ask you, Kamala was on record wanting to lock people up for marijuana back in the day.
See?
I'm talking for small amounts.
Yeah.
And that had to get overturned by, now you
So she on record for that?
Yeah, she's on record for that.
And I'm going to let you say that. She's on record for that.
So now you got to change to where now, of course, and this is, every state is different, but tickets, but she is against, people who utilize marijuana walking around free or having it in their possession. Wow. And I'm like, that kind of turns some people left when they see her going for president. Of course, vice president, hey, whatever. Yeah. But as president, that was your policy back then. Now, mind you, everyone can have a change of heart. She's allowed that.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on that? Because I know you yourself advocate for, hey, weed, alcohol, these are things that should not judge a man's character at all. Right. And therefore, to lock a man away, cage a man like an animal for that.
Yeah. And from that, I got a good question. I had to, from that perspective, those that believe you should legalize weed, then they're going to disagree with that concept. But I think we got a bigger problem than that when it comes to Miss Harris and want to see her reaction out of her.
Right.
You know what they would like to see? I believe, and I hope she sees this. They would like to see the reaction of Miss Macy. What she gonna say and do about that,
like to see that.
More than someone dealing with marijuana. And that's a problem. Don't get me wrong, we can deal with that. And that's definitely, if that happened, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to leave it because you said it.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, but that's something we can look at even in her campaign, what she think about that? You know what I'm saying? Is that policy still exists? Then yeah, so look at who put it into play, and then we're gonna try to combat that. But the bigger issue is this. I believe with the country and where we're at now, and domestically, we've just had an incident that's real touchy. I think they would want to see not only the border crisis and things like that, but what are you gonna do about a black woman that just got shot and killed?
Correct.
That some would say, you know what I'm saying, that was uncalled for.
Correct.
And I'm gonna leave it at that. And so, you know, and I know justice is gonna prevail, but in this day and time, that's still a touchy matter that we would want, from an African-American community, we would want to see her respond to that, and what can we do to put in place to prevent that from happening again.
Who should she get as a running mate? You think she should get a woman? Should she get a man? Should she get a white man? Should she get a black man, a white woman, a black woman?
Yeah. I believe she gonna decide her running mate, the best one that's qualified within that party.
There you go.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
There you go.
So, you know.
Can you give me your thoughts on Biden? Mm-hmm. Do you feel he was getting too old to run? Yeah. Or do you feel like he could have did 4 more years, no problem?
Based on how I seen his physical presence every time they showed him on TV, I think you know he made the right decision to step down, and because you're dealing with a whole country, you're dealing with 50 states, so at some point, hey, you did 4 years. You did your bucket list. I think that was your bucket list to become the president of the United States.
You did it. You don't got to do it twice.
You ain't got to do it twice.
His wife would love for him to sit at home.
Man, they got good couches now. He can sit on, man, and drink on some Hennessy and just reminisce on what all the things he did. Man, I think it's time to grow your tomato.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
To wake up and worry about the whole country.
Yeah, that's too stressful, man. I'm running businesses sometime, and that's stressful. Just to run the country, and I'm dealing with maybe 15 to 20 people, and sometimes I had to take a vacation or do a woosah for myself. So I can imagine anyone that run mega churches and deal with mega organizations like that, man, or run a state or a country. Hey, man, I'm praying for you. That's all I'm gonna say, man, because that's some serious stress that the doctors don't even know how to tell you not to prevent you from. You know, they'll tell you to stay away from stress, salt, and sugar. And at my age, man, it's time to see the doctor there, boy. So young black men, y'all go see your doctors, man, and make sure, you know what I'm saying, you know what's going on. You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
Trump's assassination attempt. When you saw that come up on your news feed, what were your thoughts? Some people think it was fake. I mean, people died, actually. So I don't think it was fake.
Right. That's the only reason I say it wasn't fake. You know what I'm saying? Because AI, like I said, it is serious and is here. Now, it's not coming, it's here. And so, but because they say someone died, you know, if you do the research on those that died and it got, you know, information, then you would have to at some point say it's got some truth to it. But assassination, man. And what's so amazing about it is it was by a young person, you know, so that's something to question. A 20-year-old, I'm thinking, right?
Yes, a 20-year-old.
A 20-year-old.
Crook.
Yeah, crook. And so you have to, you know, look at the 20-year-old. I'm believing that they probably would look at the 20-year-old history of the 20 years that 20-year-old been here. So who is that 20-year-old attached to? What was they taught? Again. And why he hated Mr. Trump to the point he wanted to kill Mr. Trump. And so I believe they definitely, I mean, you're looking at, you know, we got the CIA, we got people know how to dig real deep into that, man. So they know what they're doing, man. So at that point, like I said, 20-year-old, some would expect maybe someone older to probably take a shot at him, but we're looking at, you know, because of they understood or seen some of the things that Trump did that they may have not liked. But we're talking about a 20-year-old. You hadn't even been here on earth long enough to even understand politics. Like, right. So what you assume that the
governor took school lunches?
What is you mad about to that point to where you're taking a shot?
That's why I kind of wanted for them to take him alive, to question.
Yeah, and I think they may have been. We wasn't there, but yeah, that's amazing, man. So yeah, I don't think no one should be shot at or shot or anything like that for just, you know, speaking their, you know, the constitutional rights, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Mr. Trump, man, because I believe he gained some street credibility on that one, did. You know what I'm saying?
Put that fist in there. I'm like,
he been shot and shot at. You know what I'm saying? Shot at and shot. You know what I'm saying? But thank God though that You know, and we look at it as, you know, sometimes funny, you know what I'm saying? But you know, he got his ear shot at if it's to be true, and I believe it's true, to whereas if it had been over a couple of more, you know, inches or centimeter, it could have shot him straight in the face, man. So it's a serious matter at the same time. So despite of any political views you may disagree with or any decision that he had made that you may have disagree with, I don't think a shot is necessary to take at him. But like I said, 20 years old, I don't think you had a real legitimate reason to be really shooting at him to where you want to see him dead like that if you're taking shots like that. Yeah. So I just don't understand that one. So maybe they can, that's what I'm waiting on, the information to come out on his upbringing.
Exactly.
That would kind of explain to me his mental, I would say his mind state.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.